Okay. You remember when, like, the boxers would get up and they'd do a performance for the media, and they'd throw down, right? It's like, I'll meet you in a ring anytime. I'm gonna throw down, okay? Not literally throw down. By the way, this is an image from this true monochrome D850, which I have to return because the color filter has been professionally removed. I'm going to throw down because there's another YouTube channel with way over 1 million subscribers, and I don't give a damn how many subscribers somebody has because there's no such thing as truth by consensus. The only thing that matters when it comes to a true discussion and a logical debate are facts, both empirical and logical. Of course, the nature of microcontrast even has its own math. Energy equals nu F. But that's not important. The zone system exists because there is obviously something between pure white and pure black. The low gain intertonal detail, okay, that is lost either due to a lens that has a bazillion glass elements in it, or insufficient recipe because there's a million different ways you can actually create glass, or the lens, or the camera efficiency, the pixel pitch, how efficient it is as far as signal gain. This has to do with micro lens design, has to do with pixel pitch, but ultimately we're only talking about one damn thing: low gain intertonal detail. You see, image like this, I've got another D850, a normal unconverted one, and I can't. And we're not talking about post-processing here, right? This one's straight out of camera. I can't get these sort of silvers and tonality out of my D850, and you can't either. I don't care what lens you use, you can't get this. It ain't never going to happen. Okay? So I'm throwing down on the other YouTube photography channel. By the way, this is an image of a tree limb, because the great thing is taking a picture of like a gnarly piece of wood. You can't do it. You can't get there from here. It's never going to happen. By the way, to this other YouTube photography channel, and to you folks that are watching this throwdown video, this is a DSLR, right? Now, there's 3 things in here that sense stuff, right? Now, there's a secondary mirror behind this primary one that reflects light into the autofocus module. That, of course, is for autofocus, yeah? And then there's this sensor. We kind of know what that does, right? Captures the image. First, it's captured in voltage. Then there's an analog to digital converter, where the analog, because all digital cameras are analog, by the way. I was even recently watching a video from the chief at Tower Jazz Sensors, and he was talking about analog sensors. This is a digital camera. It's like all sensors are analog. As the digitization occurs after the voltage is registered. Okay, so there's a sensor, there's the autofocus module. There's a neat thing right up here. Now, it could be here on a Canon or here on a Nikon, which is where up near the pentaprism, right? Right? Because this camera does not know that its color filter array underwear has been removed from atop the sensor. It has been told to see, with the metering module up here, see whatever light there is, whether it be matrix or center, and tell the camera how to bend with your aperture priority or program or shutter priority. But it doesn't know that. So that's the reason why, okay, every damn shot taken outside with this, whether it was bright and sunny or cloudy, or I was underneath a tree canopy and I was in complete shade, every image required a minimum of negative, not positive, negative stop and a third. There are some times that I actually had to use -2 stops of exposure compensation. I would shoot basically almost everything in aperture priority. So I'd choose my aperture. All the shots were coming blown out, and I knew this immediately. I forgot, duh, I'm shooting with a monochrome camera, so I need to dial in a lot, not some, but a lot of negative compensation. Minimum a stop and a third. Minimum. Because the color filter array, that middle word there between color and array, is filter. And that's blocking out light. See, all of this intertonal... Now, this camera is handicapped and crippled in a little way, in a big way, actually, because there's no micro lens array on top, because to get to the color filter array you had to strip off the micro lens array over top of the sensor. So there are no lenses that are focusing the light to the photo sites on this camera. But even without the micro lens array, because of the fact that the eyes are dilated, if you will, due to having no color filter array, they're getting a lot more low gain intertonal detail. That would be, in the zone system between pure white and pure black. All of this little gray area here. Because a few people informed me that another YouTube channel, the really, really large one, you could guess which one that is, it's something to the effect that there's no such thing as micro contrast. The person that says that's just nonsense. I don't believe it anyway. Basically, the summation of their premise is, if I could summarize it in a nutshell, is that like micro contrast is like unicorns and leprechauns. Like when I'm talking about micro contrast, I'm talking about bending unicorn farts or something, right? Or, the gremlin underneath my bed, or other crazy, foolish. But it's not. It's logical, it's factual, it's scientific, it's real. I don't know if you know this. I might be the biggest asshole on YouTube, or the biggest asshole on YouTube, but I'm an expert in field theory. I've written books on same. Yeah, I'm definitely an expert on the nature of light. Yeah, there is math behind this. Yeah, micro contrast, which is a horrible word. It should be called image fidelity, right? Because I talked about this in the video just prior to this. If you ever listen to really high quality headphones, high quality audio recording of like a live concert, you could close your eyes, you could hear somebody coughing behind the mic, like wow, damn. Ever listened to a real high quality audio recording? Damn. Yeah. The same thing exists in photographic imagery. Yes, it does. See all this really, really fine gradation of shading? That is what makes this image, even though it's black and white, that's what makes this image pop! Now compositionally this is not exciting, but this image pops, and not my D850, my normal one, nor your D850, no matter what lens you use, okay, can do this. I can't do it. Nope, it sure as hell can't. Can't do it at all. See, nope. I don't care if I use, nope. See, the silver and that yucca, I think it's a yucca plant. It's very boring, but I mean, no. All those silvers, no. You can't do it. Micro contrast, the debate is over. So I'm throwing down these, and it's not about that YouTube channel, which I don't give a darn about that YouTube channel or any other damn YouTube channel. All these, and I've seen a lot of postings on diaper review, as I like to call it. Like, micro contrast is crazy shit. And it doesn't exist. It's kind of, and I don't drink alcohol. This kind of reminds me of like a fool that thinks that, if the alcohol content's the same, there's only difference between like a $9 bottle of wine from Walmart and a $5,000 bottle of high-class Merlot. I can't tell any difference. Same alcohol content. There's just no difference there. It's just, I can't see it. Kind of like the people that are tone deaf. The people that like can't tell the difference between a $10 bottle of wine and a $5,000 bottle. Yeah. People can't tell the difference between a good lens and a bad lens. Eh, lens is sharp. Hey, where's my sharp parrot at? That's all they care about when it comes to lenses. Is it sharp? Is it sharp? Is it sharp? Is it sharp? We've got this new lens. We'd like to review this new lens today. And the only questions you get are, is it sharp? 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 To buy a lens based only on its sharpness would be as stupid as buying a drink, and I don't drink alcohol, like based upon its alcohol content. That's what winos do. They're like begging for money, and then you go out in the street and they beg for money and get a hat full of coins, and they go to the liquor store and like, yeah, give me that cheap shit with a lot of alcohol in it. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks of me, but micro contrast, i.e. image fidelity, is real. I'm throwing down. Yeah. You see, so much more light is reaching this sensor, which is why the images were coming out overexposed. Every shot had to be negative, minimum, negative a stop and a third, exposure compensation. because the meter up here is connected to the processing for metering to the main board. Neither the meter nor the main board for exposure knows that the color filter array has been removed. Yeah, which is letting in a lot more light to this damn camera sensor. Period. Not my opinion, not my belief. It's a fact. F-A-C-T. Fact. Your D850 can't do this. Mine can't either, but this one can. The zone system is real. Image fidelity is real, or what you want to call micro contrast. It's low gain intertonal detail. It's kind of like the high audio recording where you could hear like some dude coughing behind you. Put on those real expensive headphones and listen to a real high quality audio recording. Not MP3 shit, but the good stuff. The stuff that they record audio for movies. You could hear a cricket fart at 50 yards. You're like, was that a cricket farting? I used to have some really, really expensive microphones and sound devices, which is the best of the best of the best. Multi-million-dollar movies, they use sound devices. And I would make some recordings just like walking around. And the sound from that, when you play it back and you close your eyes, put on a good pair of headphones, they were crotch-melting, unbelievable. It's just like you could hear the type of car that was outside driving down the road, which direction you were walking when you were making the recording, every creak in the wood underneath your feet, your socked feet. Unbelievable. Micro contrast is real, and all these retards on these photography forums are fools. And people saying that it doesn't exist on YouTube channels, I'm throwing down. You're wrong. It's not my opinion that you're wrong. It is a fact that you are wrong. Period. Mic drop. End of story. There is no debate. Because that's the way it is. There's just no getting around it. Period.